Ticket stub haul. I bet you didn't expect this video to even exist out in the world. That's right, I have a ticket stub collection. I collect every single ticket I bought. I just thought it's a cool idea, and it's cool to look back on what films I watched in that particular year and just overall in general. I started collecting ticket stub in 2017, the March of 2017, I believe, and I started collecting those. For some reason, I found some great joy out of it. I don't really know why, so I thought I'll make a video showcasing every single ticket that I bought. I thought it's a cool idea. This video is gonna be, I would say, pretty damn long. Relatively, it's gonna be longer than normal videos, so I think that you can actually enjoy this video on a podcast format, so that if you're driving or you're doing something else, you can put this video on and continue what you're doing and listen to what I'm saying. Because I don't know, man, you can listen to me or you can look at my beautiful face, whatever you want, but I'm just gonna showcase my ticket here. I bet you have seen this little binder that I own. The reason I have this arrow, that's another story, but I have this binder filled with these pages. As you can fill with these pages of ticket stub. I don't know what's wrong with me, but anyway, yeah, it's been a fun time. I collected hundreds of tickets since then, but in this video, I'm just gonna review the tickets that I bought in 2018. So these are from 2017. So there's 1 page, 2 page, 3, 4, and 5. There's about 4.5 pages of 2017, and 2018 I have 1 page, 2 pages, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 pages of ticket stuff. And because of the AMC A-list that came out, the frequency that I'll go to theater and watch a movie has significantly increased over this year. So let's just jump into it. So let's start with the first page of 2018. Again, there's 20, I think, yes, there are 20 tickets per page. So let's just start with the first movie I watched. That is Insidious the Last Key. I don't know if you can see it, but yep, Insidious the Last Key. I thought it was an okay movie. It's not. It's probably the worst out of the entire franchise. I'm a big fan of James Wan and Lee Whannell's work, but this, I just thought it was a huge misfire. And the second one is not even a 2018 movie. It's Molly's Game, written by Aaron Sorkin. I thought it was a really well written film. Of course, when you have Aaron Sorkin in it, really well acted. A lot of people have been talking about that this film should have won a lot of Oscar or Golden Globe. I thought it was good. It was enjoyable, and we have these godlike creatures just talking like they're gods, and that's Aaron Sorkin for you. The third one being The Post, Steven Spielberg film. Very nice, very cool. Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, they make out good work out there so frequently that people start disrespecting them for some reason. But The Post, I thought it wasn't a perfect movie, but yeah, what the fuck is wrong with this shit? But it was enjoyable. Next one, we have Marshall. I think this movie came out last year. It was a 2017 movie, and it's almost wiped out, as you can see. I find this movie really enjoyable. It's a really good court drama. Not a lot of people seen it for some reason. It is definitely one of the most overlooked film of last year. I feel like from now on we're starting to step into 2018 film. Next one, we have Commuter. I saw it in Dolby when it first came out. I thought the film was okay. It wasn't that January film bad, you know. It's a solid January film. I thought it was pretty good. Next one, we have 12 Strong. The ticket's a little bit different because I saw it in a screening. I saw it in Regal LA Live Stadium. I remember that. This is probably my first screening ever, and I just hated the experience. That's why I stopped going to them. But yeah, a free movie takes a lot of effort, right? Next one being I, Tonya. I watched it on January 20th, 2018. I made my 2017 list way before this point, and I just, I was so pissed off that I didn't watch this before I made that list, because this film was definitely one of my favorite of last year, one of my favorite biopic ever, and it's just pure movie magic. I really like that movie. Next one being Phantom Thread. Phantom Thread, a lot of people like this movie. I think it's a really ballsy film. It's kind of wiped out. You can't really see the text anymore, but I think it takes its chances. It has balls to put something out there that the audience might not like, but if you liked it, I think everything will work out. Next one is Hostiles. Watch it on January 26, 2018. Hostiles, I remember the marketing saying that this is probably one of the best Western films out there or something like that. I didn't feel it. I thought the film was a little bit flat. I didn't really like it, but I guess it's okay. The next one being Winchester. I watched it on February 6th. I watched it even in Dolby. That's how much I'm committed into this shit. Winchester was an absolute disaster. This is probably the January film that came out in February. It's the horror generic movie that you would expect. Next one, we have an even bigger disaster on February 9th, 3 days later. The 1517 to Paris, directed by Clint Eastwood. People saying that this is probably his worst film. I kind of agree, because it's so boring. The film is so boring, and how it was told made no sense. There's no story. There's really no story. Oh shit, I think I just broke a pocket. But anyway, next one being Black Panther. I have no idea why this ticket is dark. I don't know, it fucked up during the printing or something. Black Panther 3D in IMAX. You can't really see the text through camera. I don't know. People love this movie. I give it benefit of the doubt. I thought it was okay. It was an okay superhero movie. Next one, we have Annihilation. The ticket is a little bit different because I watched it in a screening. This is the first time I watched Annihilation. Let me just be honest. The first time I watched it, I did not like this movie. I almost hated this movie. But the more I think about it, the more it got to me, I would say. The more I think about it, the more I liked it. I go back and watch it again and again, and it grew on me. It's almost like a 2001. Next one being Game Night on February 23rd, I believe. Yes. This ticket is also kind of burned down. I don't know what's wrong with that. Game Night was a pretty good comedy. It surprised a lot of people. A lot of people are putting that in the end of the year list or overlooked list. Yeah, definitely deserve that. Next one being Red Sparrow on March 6th. It's a Jennifer Lawrence film. If you remember that, Red Sparrow. I thought the film was pretty. It is a slow burn that you either like it or you don't. I wasn't really feeling it because the story is just not that intriguing to me anyway. Next one is from March 9th, Thoroughbred. I really like this movie and how it was shot. The story wise, it was really plain and simple, but it's really about the craft that comes along with that story. Next one is A Wrinkle in Time. I did not like this movie. Directed by Ava DuVernay, and I never watched her film. I'm gonna watch it in the future, but I heard great things about her previous film. Like, people are saying that she is the M. Night Shyamalan, is that she works great at small budget, but when you give her a big budget, we have disaster like a Wrinkle in Time. The acting is just not that good, and I don't really care about the story. Next one being Love, Simon, one of my favorites of the year, March 20th. Love, Simon, great performances, great screenplay. I teared up watching this one. Really touching. March 20th, Tomb Raider. Yes. March 20th, Tomb Raider. I thought Alicia Vikander is really good in this one. She gave it all. I mean, she was all out. And the action was fun. I thought the cinematography is a little bit bland, but everything else, I thought is a pretty fun action movie and heist film. Pretty good Tomb Raider film. Next one we have March 23rd, Unsane. I really like this movie. I thought this film was just so different how it looks and how it was shot. It was shot completely on iPhone. Claire Foy's performance, fantastic. And it raises a lot of question of what's the future of filmmaking. This is definitely that one. Let's go to the second page of 2018. The first one being Ready Player One 3D in IMAX on March 31st. You can't really see the text, is already washed out for some reason. Sometimes they do that. I really enjoyed Ready Player One, but I thought the screenplay, there's a lot of things to be polished. The screenplay, sometimes it feels like a watered down Avatar or something like that. But Ready Player One was it's a really entertaining experience. And when you have Steven Spielberg behind the lens, I mean, man, you have a good movie already. Next one is April 6th, A Quiet Place. This is a really damn good theater experience. When I was there, nobody was talking, and you just don't get that often in 2018 anymore, because people are so fucking disrespectful to films. And when you have A Quiet Place, like movies where you can't make any noises and stuff, it's a little bit noisy, I'm sorry, where you can't really make any noise, the audience starts to do that subconsciously. So I thought that was pretty interesting. April 7th, a day later, we have Blockers. Blockers have been getting a lot of good reviews. I thought Blockers was just that. It was a comedy that you would expect, really nothing else. The trailer really gave everything away. April 10th, Isle of Dogs. Damn, this is a damn good looking movie, man. There's controversy about this cultural appropriation. There's no controversy. Just shut the fuck up. I remember this one. April 10th, Midnight Sun. I actually paid $5 on a Tuesday to watch this movie because the trailer seems interesting to me. How dumb was that? I mean, Midnight Sun was just another disaster. It's not good. April 12th. Chappaquiddick. Not a lot of people saw this. Actually, nobody was talking about this. Chappaquiddick. I thought it was good. It was a pretty well put together film. The performances are all good, but after you watch it, it feels like nothing really changed in your life. It doesn't have that impact on you. So that's why I feel like that's why nobody was talking about it. April 13th, Rampage. I thought Rampage was okay. This is the best video game film. But like a month before we get Tomb Raider, are you forgetting about that? I thought Tomb Raider was way better than this one. Rampage, everything that you would expect. Here we go. Probably the biggest blockbuster so far is April 28th, Avengers Infinity War in IMAX. I watched this one. I hated the crowd. I hated when the crowd just started clapping and shit. Like, Jesus, we're in a fucking movie. Anyway, it was a huge thing because when I first watched it, I thought there are problems with it. So on May 1st, Avengers Infinity War IMAX, I went back to watch it the second time. The second time, everything got better for me. Definitely. Scenes flow better. I liked it better. I liked it even more when I first watched it. May 4th, we have Tully. Really underrated film. I really like this one. Charlize Theron fucking killed it. And more people should see it. Definitely. May 18th, we have Deadpool in IMAX. Wait, Deadpool 2, I believe, in IMAX. I thought this one was pretty good when it comes to developing Wayne as a character. Is that his name? I don't really remember, but they really work on those character development really more than I ever thought, and that's the best thing about it. June 1st, we have Upgrade. Upgrade was a gory film with fantastic camera work. Lee Winnell directed it. I thought he did a really good job with this one, especially with the set design and everything. It's fun, you know. A lot of people are talking about it, so it's good. June 2nd, we have Adrift. How the story was told still makes no sense to me. It was told in a non-chronological order, and it gets dry out really, really quickly. The performances are great. Chemistry, not so much. June 8th, the movie that changed my life. Just kidding. Well, you know what I mean. So on June 8th, I watched Hereditary. This film scared the shit out of me. When I went back home, I believe I watched it at night. No, I watched it in the morning. It's cheaper that way, so I watched it in the morning. I remember that night, man. It scared the shit out of me. If you have watched it, you know that sound. That triggers me every time now. Anyway, next one we have June 9th. We have First Reformed. Really controversial film. I still don't get the ending. I didn't watch the second time. Do I really want to watch the second time? I don't know, man. Maybe for Ethan Hawke's performance, but other than that, probably not. June 10th, we have Ocean's 8. Pretty good heist film. Exactly what you expected. It's almost beat for beat as the previous Ocean's films, whatever. June 14th, we have Incredibles 2 in IMAX. Really enjoyed this movie. They built on their characters a lot more than I thought. It's really about what makes a hero, you know? A hero not only fight criminals, a hero also take care of his family, her family. And I really like that about Incredibles 2. June 15th, we have Tag. I thought it was okay. It was definitely better than I ever thought. Oh boy. What do we have here? June 19th, we have Gotti. I actually paid money to see this, I think. Yeah, I paid money to see this. Gotti, just to see how bad can it be. But it was pretty damn bad. But I feel like I was kind of influenced by a lot of people because people are saying how bad this movie was, and when I watched it, I was like, it's not that bad. But when I think about it, it is pretty damn bad. June 22nd, we have Jurassic. I think this is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 3D in IMAX. Don't watch this one in 3D because 3D doesn't do shit. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the screenplay was a disaster, but the direction, I thought it was great. Jay Bayona, yes, he did a good job directing this one. Definitely looking forward for what he does next. Hold on. Now we're entering the third page of 2018. The first one is June 26th. Izzy Gets the Fuck Across Town. This film is creative. This film is really creative. And it tried to hit a lot of things. Not everything sticked. But for the stuff that it hit on target, it hits on target. June 29th, we have Sicario, Day of the Soldado. I really like this movie, man. It's a really good, solid sequel to Sicario. It's a different film than the first one. The first one make you feel dirty. The second one, it's like an action film, and, but it has substance in it that makes you feel not well, and that is what it's supposed to do. We're entering the July phase. July 3rd, Uncle Drew. This film was alright. I feel like I keep saying that because most of the film are alright. Uncle Drew is that movie. Pretty fun. It has a heart. I don't see it can be harmful or anything. It's healthy. I watched it. I had a couple of laughs, and that's all that matters, right? July 4th, we have First Purge. The First Purge or First Purge, I don't really know. How many Purge film has it been? I can't keep track of it all. The first Purge being the fourth or the fifth Purge movie. I don't care. July 8th, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp in IMAX. Jesus Christ, dude. This film, people hated this film. People didn't like this movie because it felt like a placeholder after Infinity War. It certainly does feel like that, but I really appreciate on how different it was than all other MCU movie. Because Ant-Man is not a main character per se. He's almost in the background, and I thought it worked. It's a heist movie. It's great. July 9th, we have Boundaries. This is that type of movie where you watch it and you go out a week later, you don't remember this movie at all. It's not a bad movie. It just doesn't hit you. July 13th, this is a big one. Sorry to Bother You, one of the most creative film of the year. The ending, it's really good. You will never see it coming. If you can walk out of this movie and talk in a straight face and say, I I predicted the ending beat for beat. You're a fucking liar. Anyway, July 16th, we have Skyscraper, another rock blockbuster. Not a big fan, even worse than Rampage. It felt like a Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. A lot of people saying that. Definitely, yes, definitely. July 20th, we have Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Yes, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. I thought it was really well put together, really well directed, and edited together. That is what really surprised me. There are more ABBA music than ever, so I had a fun time watching this one. This is July 25th. Yes, 5 days later, we have Three Identical Strangers. I actually watched it in theater in Wrinkle Cinema. I really like this movie. It's one of my favorite of the year. One of my favorite documentaries ever. I don't see a lot of documentaries anyway, so that shouldn't say that much. But I really like the movie. July 26th. This is the first advance ticket. July 26th, Mission Impossible Fallout. I bought this ticket in advance. But the date that showed up in the AMC app was wrong, so I missed this one. So that's why this part is still on. It wasn't ripped. So I missed this movie. I emailed AMC. Actually, I tweeted to AMC. They gave me another free ticket, so that's why I went back and watched it again. July, I watched it for the first time. It's on the same day, but 3 hours later. Mission Impossible Fallout in Imax, July 26th. I absolutely love this movie. This movie makes all other action movie looks like little bitches or whatever. Yeah, you get the deal. July 27th, Teen Titans Go. I really like this movie. It's almost exactly what I wanted. I growing up, I used to watch that Teen Titans on Cartoon Networks. For some reason, I don't know, but I was really looking forward for this one. So it was a fun time. July 28th, Blind Spotting. This film was damn good. It has one of the best rap scenes of the year. I thought this film is so creative. It has so much to say in the most interesting way. July 28th, I went back to see Mission Impossible Fallout once again in IMAX. Again, I love this movie. You should definitely go watch it. If you don't watch this in my IMAX or you missed it, I don't know what the hell you were thinking. July 30th, 8th grade. I watched it in Regal. 8th grade, I really love it. It's like when you walk into a dark room with a bunch of people you don't know, and then you cringe together for some reason. It's a feeling. It's a feeling piece, right? July 31st, Leave No Trace. It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I have to go see it. I think this deserves to have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes? No, but I think it's a good movie. It's not a better version of Captain Fantastic. A lot of people are saying that. It's a different movie. It's more like an Interstellar movie than a Captain Fantastic movie. Now we're moving to August 3rd, Disney's Christopher Robin's. This film was fine. It has a good message. It was a fun time. The colors are a little bit bland. But overall, I think it's a fun time. August 5th, The Spy Who Dumped Me. This film surprised me with its stunt work. I never expect that. The action sequences in this film are actually good. And you do not expect that in this type of movie. August 5th, The Darkest Mind. The producer from Arrival, the producer from Stranger Things. Neither of that worked out in this one. August 8th, Dog Days. Nobody watched this movie. Nobody actually watched this one. I thought it was pretty interesting when it comes to storytelling. It has 5 stories intertwining with each other, I believe. And they are somewhat connected. That's pretty interesting to see this, to say the least. When you have a dog film, what the hell do you expect? But this film, it has something different. August 10th, we have The Meg. You either like it or you don't. I thought this film could have been a lot better. The trailer song is probably the best, but anyway. August 11th, we have Black Klansman or Black Klansman. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Black Klansman. The ending was great. Performances are great, but I feel like the first 2/3 of the film are just kind of boring. From now on, you can see The frequency I go to the theater is a lot. It increases significantly because the AMC A-list just dropped. So I'm gonna be watching a lot of shit movies anyway. August 12th we have Slenderman. I watched this one. What do you expect in this movie, right? It's not as bad as a lot of people say, but it's still a bad movie. Slenderman. I was looking forward for that one because I when I was younger, I used to play that Slenderman game. What the hell was I saying? But it was a thing back then. Okay. August 15th, we have Crazy Rich Asians. I really like this movie, just because they're all Asians. That's right. No, I think the story was okay. It's funny. The story is good. This movie is good, but I liked it even more just because the Asian stuff. But anyway, August 17th we have Alpha. Really good visual experience. The story lacks ups and downs, but on the visual standpoint, it's a really good movie. Oh boy, August 18th, Mile 22 in Dolby Cinema. I watched this in Dolby. It was an absolute disaster when it comes to editing. It's kind of offensive when you see the behind the scene because they filmed those behind the scene with actual stunts and action, and just in post they cut it to shit. I don't know why and what happened in between. August 23rd, we have Happy Time Murders. I actually enjoyed this movie. People who don't are just kind of, I don't like sex jokes, but I think it's fun. You know, the investigation side of things are pretty interesting. Oh boy, I love this ticket. This is on August 24th, Friday, 11 a.m., 2011, A Space Odyssey in IMAX. I went in, nobody was there, probably like 5 people in the IMAX theater. I absolutely love the experience. Just a beautiful film. I'm so lucky to see this in IMAX. I'm really, for sure, I'm grateful. August 25th, we have AXL. This is, who cares? Next one, who cares about this one? Anyway, August 30th, I watched Searching. Really good movie. Really well put together. There are a lot of hearts behind it. There's this secret movie in the background. Searching was a really good movie. It changed the game. It changed the whole found footage or screen cap movies forever. August 31st, 7:30 p.m. we have The Little Strangers. I was pissed at this film because the marketing was absolutely misleading. I made a whole video about it. The trailer looked like a haunted house horror film, but when I got in, it's like drama that just fell flat overall. Now we're moving to September. We have Kin. I watched Kin in IMAX. Nobody was there. Really forgettable. I almost forgot about this film. I don't remember anything. I just remember some alien thing. I don't know. September 6th, we have The Nun. I watched it in IMAX. Pretty disappointing. It's a really generic horror movie that you would expect, but just the material alone is why I watched it. September 8th, we have Peppermint. It's another Death Wish movie, basically. Jennifer Garner gave her best, but just the overall film just felt like a Death Wish. September 8th, we have Juliet Naked. I absolutely love this movie and the experience. It's so funny, and I think you should go watch it. Not a lot of people seen it. Definitely go watch this one. I highly recommend this one. September 13th, The Wife. Good performances all along, good family drama, and just a good film. It's a good little film. September 19th, we have The Predator. I watched it in Dobby. It was a fun experience watching the action. The screenplay, that's another thing. You can hate it for ruining, quote unquote, ruining your childhood. I mean, come on. I don't really, I'm not a huge Predator fan, but so it doesn't offend me. September 14th, we have A Simple Favor. People say that the tone of this movie doesn't match because on one hand you have a thriller, on the other hand we have comedy and dark comedy. It doesn't match. I disagree. I think the tone just matched. I don't know why. Anyway, next one we have September 15th, White Boy Rick. Really forgettable. The performances are good, and I think that's about it though. I feel like the structure is a little bit fucked up. Anyway, September 18th, I watched it in an independent cinema. That's why the ticket is a little bit different. Mandy, September 18th. Mandy, really gory, really Nicolas Cage. Just that bathroom scene alone, just that scene alone, man. September 21st, we have The House with the Clock in its Wall. I said that this film was a film without magic, and I still stand by that. I feel like this movie was kind of boring, but you can enjoy it. Take your kids with you. They'll be cool. They'll be amazed to see some talking pumpkins. Anyway, September 22nd, we have Best Friends Volume 1. Greg Sestero and Tommy Wiseau's movie. I actually met Greg Sestero, and he signed the book for me. I bought the room script. I'll probably make a video about it. I still don't know how to make that video yet. Best Friends Volume 1 or Best Fiends Volume 1. It was cool meeting Greg Sestero. Greg Sestero is basically Mark in real life. He's actually a Mark. September 23rd, we have Assassination Nation. This film was great. This film surprised me. It has this one take shot that just blew my mind. It lasted for minutes, and it was great. It was gory. It was fun. Don't expect anything else though. It's something. It's more of an experience than a story-driven film. September 25th, we have Lizzie. I really like this movie. The drama is really intriguing. Not a lot of people seeing this one. Lizzie is one of the most overlooked film of the year. I really liked it. Kristen Stewart absolutely killed it. September 29th, we have Smallfoot. Smallfoot was fun. It was fun. The animation looks great. Feel good kids movie. The rap song, pretty good. Common voice, very nice. Now we're stepping into the October zone. October 3rd, I watched Night School with Kevin Hart. Not literally with Kevin Hart, but it stars Kevin Hart in it. October 4th, we have Venom in IMAX theater. I watched it. Venom. I thought the special effects still looks ass to me. How come this huge budgeted film with such bad special effects? I still don't understand. It's not a good movie, but I was entertained. October 5th. What is this? Yeah, October 5th, A Star is Born in Dolby Cinema. Damn. This film surprised the hell out of me. The trailer looks like ass, but the film it's great. October 11th, we have Goosebumps 2. Really forgettable. Another one. It's a leech off of the first one. But the second one, I don't think it's that bad, honestly. It's not that bad. October 11th, we have Bad Times at the Air Royale. No Place for Priests. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I thought this film was good. It's definitely way too long for its own good. It's 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think there's a good 15 to 20 minutes could be trimmed off. This film is a little bit too long, but it's interesting. It kept me interested. So that's a good movie right there. October 12th, we have First Man in IMAX. If you don't watch First Man in IMAX, you might as well just don't watch it at all, because the last 40 minutes of the film is fantastic visually, and there's something happening in the last act. It's really touching. October 13th, we have Free Solo. I went out of my way to Norwalk. It was one hell of a drive there. I ran out of my way to see this when no one was talking about it. Okay, I was before the hype. I absolutely love this movie, Free Solo. It had me sweating like a motherfucker. October 17th, we have All About Nina. No one watched this one. I watched it. I thought I get the reason why no one was talking about it anyway. So October 19th, we have Halloween in Dolby Cinema. I enjoyed this one. It's a good slasher. It doesn't feel like a Halloween movie at times, but I think as a slasher, it's a pretty good slasher film. October 19th, we have The Hate U Give, or Thug. This film was really controversial. I don't know what to think of this movie. I still don't know. It feels like a Monsters and Men for me. It's just too real for its own good. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad. I don't know. October 20th, The Sisters Brothers. I feel like this film was a misfire. It could have hit a lot of things, but it just didn't do it for me. October 22nd, we have The Old Man and the Gun. Good movie. I really loved Ghost Story. The director's previous film is one of my favorite film of all time. The Old Man and the Gun, a little bit disappointed, but it's still not a bad movie. October 26th, we have Mid-90s. Jonah Hill's directorial debut. Studio A24. It's bound to be a good movie when you have that kind of thing. Mid-90s was a good movie. I really liked it. October 26th, we have Johnny English Strikes Again. People hated this movie because it has Rowan Atkinson in it, because it's just so cool to hate on him now. I like this one. It knows exactly what it is. So let's move to the next page. Next page, we have November now. November 1st, Bohemian Rhapsody in Imax, is it? No, Bohemian Rhapsody. November 1st. I thought it can be a lot better. I really don't like the screenplay. The performances are great, and that final performance part is fantastic. And it just feels like there's so many things to be polished and to be tweaked to make this one a better movie. November 2nd, we have the Nutcracker and the Four Realms in real 3D. I don't see the difference between 3D and real 3D. The film was pretty boring, but the visuals are great, and that's about it. November 3rd, we have Suspiria. November 3rd, we have Suspiria. This film confused the hell out of me. I watched the first one. If this one feels like it does feel like a crutch to the first one. I think you have to watch the first one to understand something from this one. This is one of the probably the weirdest movie of the year. Anyway, you either like it or you don't. Not a big fan. November 6th, we have Beautiful Boy. This film surprised me. It's really one-sided. Performances are great. Beautiful Boy. Yeah, Beautiful Boy. It's there are stuff to be said behind the scene. It's kind of interesting. November 8th, we have The Girl in the Spider's Web. Claire Foy is fantastic. Claire Foy, this is the year for her. And also Josh Brolin. That guy is fucking killing it this year also. November 9th, we have Overlord. Did I watch it in IMAX? No. Overlord. This film was insane. That's the only way I can describe it. This film was insane. Nazi zombies, man. November 10th, we have Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss, The Grinch, right? The Grinch, I watched it in Dobby. Pretty good movie. I don't see the hate. Pretty good movie. November 13th, we have Can You Ever Forgive Me? A really good drama, really good performance from Melissa McCarthy and Richard E. Grant. I think Richard E. Grant is Oscar nominated worthy. But we'll see what happens. Can You Ever Forgive Me? It's a, solid one. November 15th, we have Widows. Widows was controversial. I didn't go back and watch it the second time. I just feel like it's probably better to live in my memory than to go back and watch it again. This film was really well directed. Really, really, really well directed. The cast in this one is just fantastic. November 17th, we have Instant Family. This is the movie that I thought the tone didn't match, because in such a serious topic, you tell it in such a comedic way. It kind of takes off that oomph, that punch in the gut in a way. It could be just for me. November 21st, we have Ralph Breaks the Internet in Dolby Cinema. Really like this movie. A zombie flick. I explained it in my video. Go check it out. I really like it. I teared up almost. November 22nd, we have Robin Hood. This movie was an absolute disaster. Editing wise, everything in this one. The performances are all pretty over the top. I don't give a shit about this movie. November 23rd, we have Green Book. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. This is Oscar bait. It doesn't mean that this is not a good movie, right? I thought the writing is fantastic. The cinematography is great. And it's just a good movie. November 25th, we have Boy Erased. Boy Erased, not a big fan. The Cameron Post is better, but, okay. November 27th, we have Creed 2 in Dolby Cinema. I really like this one. I think the first Creed is a better film, but I like this one better. I just like this one better, personally. Now we're moving to December. Damn, we're quick. Jesus Christ. December 1st, we have The Possession of Hannah Grace. Do I need to say more about this one? It's called The Possession of Hannah Grace. December 3rd, we have The Frontrunner. Great performances. It feels like a propaganda at times. I didn't really care for it, but on that performance level, it's great. December 7th, we have Schindler's List in Dolby Cinema. Absolutely love the experience and the movie. Masterpiece. Even though I watched it in I watched it in Dolby, so that I think it used to be 1.85 to 1, the aspect ratio, and when it converted to Dolby, you get that cutoff and on the top and the bottom. So sometimes you can see the character the heads just cut off. It's kind of awkward, but you know. December 11th, we have The Favorite. It's a really unique film, really uniquely directed film. Great performances. That's all I can say. December 11th, Anna and the Apocalypse. Can you really see? Is it in focus? Anna and the Apocalypse. The music is not my taste. I thought the character, one character in particularly, is very, very, very over the top. Not a big fan of that. But it's a unique movie. Go watch it, definitely. December 13th, we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in Dolby Cinema. Absolutely love this movie. Fantastic animation. One of the best one in years. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it in theater. You will not regret it. December 14th, we have The Mule. Not a big fan, but Clint Eastwood this year there's more miss than hit, but The Mule was it feels like it's kind of like when you go into theater and watch The Mule, it's like a professor walking in on you and start lecturing for no reason. That's what The Mule feels like. December 15th, we have Vox Lux. No one saw this one. Well, very few people saw this one. Vox Lux was insane. I really love the opening. It's insane. This movie was really unique. You definitely go watch this. This movie was so real that in midpoint I thought it was a real story. I thought it was based on a true story, but then I did my research. It wasn't. That's how good this movie is. Go watch this one. It definitely has flaws and shit, but it's a good movie. December 16th, we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in Dolby Cinema once again. I watched it the second time. Absolutely love it. The second time I loved it even more. I am planning on going back and watch it again this year. So, December 20th, we have Aquaman in IMAX. You either like the special effects or you don't. Not a big fan, but I thought James Wan did a really good job directing it, especially the action. December 20th, on the same day, I watched Welcome to Marwin. This is one of the worst films of the year. What the fuck was that, Robert Zemeckis? I like this movie, okay? I like this movie. I don't see the hate. I might be biased, but I probably should go back and watch it again to watch it more objectively. December 23rd, we have Bumblebee. Best Transformers film since the first Transformer, directed by Michael Bay. I thought this film, it feels like E.T. at times, but I think this may be probably the best live action Transformer film we got. December 25th, on Christmas, I watched on Christmas I watched Mary Queen of Scots. This film wasn't half bad. The performances are all great, set design and everything, but I feel like it lacks that emotional oomph to it. The last movie I watched in 2018, this is the last ticket I bought in 2018, is on December 26th, Mary Poppins Returns in Dolby Cinema. Yep, I thought the music numbers and the dance numbers were great. The special effects, the visual, everything is great. It's really about the screenplay. I wasn't really feeling it. Yep, that's it. Anyway, that's it. That's everything. That's all the ticket that I bought in 2018. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 120. 129th ticket, I believe. I bought 129th ticket in 2018. That's not even like, oh my god, there's so much. That's the films that I watched in theater. There are also films that came straight to Netflix and whatnot. And I think collecting ticket stuff is a special thing. I don't know what it is. It just feel good, makes me feel good. It's cool to look back and look at a film like, oh, Call Me by Your Name on December 26, 2017. Seat is D3 and Auditorium 9. It's something special to me, at least. And so if you have a ticket stub collection or anything like that, definitely tell me, make a video about it and send it here. I'll watch it. I'll give you feedback, definitely. But yes, I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this video or hearing this as a podcast. I doubt anyone is really watching it by this point. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. There are videos coming out. There are still a couple of videos regarding to films in 2018 that I'm still working on. The end of the year catch up, the best of the year catch up. A lot of lists are coming up, so definitely stay tuned for that and subscribe so that you can see more of my videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.